Hello and welcome back. This is going to be another Shop My Stash makeup basket. I'd like to do these about every other week. I usually rotate through 4 to 5 items at a time just to try to get use out of some products that perhaps have been neglected in my collection. If you're interested, I do have a whole Shop My Stash playlist. The first half I will recap last time's products, and then the second half I'll be picking out new products. So let's just get into it. This Burt's Bees blush was actually in from the basket before, but I had never gotten around to using it, and now I finally did. This is Toasted Cinnamon. This is a very orangey yellow brown blush, and I feel like I can only wear it with certain looks. Definitely not cool toned looks, and even colorful looks I feel like it may be too much, but it works really well with warm toned colored eyeshadows. It's a really pretty blush and I used it several times. I'm happy I got good use out of it. This is really pigmented though. You only need a small amount. And yeah, it's definitely kind of a unique type of color. I think a lot of people say that it looks like a bronzer, but most of the bronzers I have are not even quite this warm toned. So yeah, I did like it, enjoyed it quite a bit. I had 2 lip products. One of them was this MAC Retro Matte Liquid Lipstick in Mademoiselle. It's a peachy type shade, and I have since put this in a project pan. I've decided this is kind of an older lipstick, I think over 2 years or almost 2 years. Therefore, I do want to get it used up. I really enjoyed using this, and I just put any nude gloss on top, and it just makes it more comfortable. I don't love wearing matte liquid lipsticks, but a nude one with a gloss on top works very well, which is what I've been doing for this. So yeah, I'm glad I put it in the Shop My Stash because now it's in a project pan. Next up is this lip gloss from ColourPop. This is from the Villains collection. This is Hot Headed. And I like this, but honestly, the color, first of all, this thing is all splayed out, which is a little frustrating, but it still works. It's not as pigmented as it looks in the tube. On the lips, it's pretty sheer, but it is quite shiny, which I do like. I like a very shiny lip gloss. Yeah, I like this, but I was hoping it would have more color to it when I purchased it. I thought it would kind of have more of this orangey type color, and it does a little bit, just, you know, not a whole lot. Overall, it is really nice, and I love the ColourPop lip glosses. I have several of them in my collection, and yeah, I think I used it with this lipstick a couple of times as well, and that worked out very nicely. Then I had a highlighter. I had this Becca one. This is Prosecco Pop. And this is a very yellow gold. I have pan on this from previously. I was hoping to expand the pan a little bit more. I guess I did slightly. I probably used this 4 times maybe. And I used it in combination with Opal quite a bit because that one is in a project pan and that one is just a bit too dark. So adding this in really did help with that. And yeah, I do like this. I don't have that many yellow gold highlighters, so it's nice to have this on hand. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but I do like the Becca formula quite a bit. Alrighty, and then the eyeshadow palette was the BH Cosmetics Sylvia Ghani palette. I really like this palette. I've raved about it quite a bit on my channel, and I really like BH formula. It's a very nice eyeshadow formula. This is a fun combo of some colorful shades, but a lot of neutrals. I did only one look 100% using this palette, and then several other times I combined it with other palettes. So let me show you that look. It was pretty simple. It was this red shade on the lid and then a combination of these 2 mattes, this orangey matte and this red matte in the crease. That was pretty easy. That's all that I did, and I really did like it. The mattes in here blend very easily. They're super pigmented. The metallics vary quite a bit. Some are more metallic than others. The red and the purple are definitely 2 of the more metallic ones, whereas some of the lighter shades are not quite as metallic, but they still work very nicely. It's a great palette, and I didn't realize that they had this cool toned gray in here because I don't have that many cool toned shadows, so I did actually use this once or twice, and I really liked it. I've been trying to do more cool toned looks. If on an everyday basis, I'm more of like a warm tone neutral person, so I wanted to step out my box a little bit and wear some cool neutrals. And yeah, I didn't even realize that this shade was in here, and it's very fantastic. Loved it. Overall, the palette was quite nice. I really do like this palette. BH has a great formula, and I can't complain. Alrighty, that is it for the recap. The palette was probably my favorite out of all of these products. I do like the MAC lipstick, and I like the ColourPop gloss. And the highlighter and the blush all pretty good, but the palette I think is definitely my favorite out of the things that I used. So yeah, let's get into picking some new products. Right, here is the blush drawer. I'm considering picking out a blush, but I think I may actually just skip over this because I do still have 2 blushes in Project Pan. So I think we're gonna move on to highlighter. Here is the highlighter drawer, and I do wanna pick something out here. This AOA one, I actually really like this, but I have not used that a whole lot. I tend to not reach for loose powder highlighters very much. Now that I see this Becca one down here, I think I want to use that because I don't think I've touched this palette in a while. Let me pull that out. All right, here's the Becca Afterglow Sunset palette. And I used this quite a bit when I first bought it last year. You can tell I've used the highlighters more than I have the bronzer or the blushes. But yeah, this is definitely a favorite product. I really enjoy it, and I think it's time I use it some more. I'm gonna skip over bronzer because I really want to focus on my Project Pan bronzers, but here are the lip products. And last time I don't think I picked a lipstick because I was trying to focus on Project Pan lipstick. However, I think I may pick a lipstick and a lip gloss. Here's something I've used quite a bit, but I haven't used in a while. This is a mini of MAC Velvet Teddy, and this is a really nice darker nude, and yeah, it's been a while since I've used this, so the time has come. All right, now I'm looking at the lip glosses, trying to decide. These are 2 newer ones, and I really like this, ColourPop and Fenty, but I want to pick something that's been kind of neglected. Oh, this is a newer one too. This is actually Moonchild. I just recently repurchased that because I finished one last year. All right, here's a ColourPop one that had fallen to the bottom of the lip gloss basket, and this is the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in Champagne Mommy. This is a really nice, it's more sheer than it looks in the tube, kind of like a lot of their glosses, honestly. But yeah, this isn't that old, but I don't think I've used it in several months, actually. Trying to decide on a palette now, and hard to say. It's been a little bit much because I think I just got way too many palettes in January and the beginning of February that it's been a bit overwhelming. But now that I'm looking at this Urban Decay, I have mentioned this as a favorite product so many times. I have mentioned this as a favorite so much, and I do really like it. I do have pan on that one shade, but that definitely is the most used shade, obviously. And yeah, I really enjoy this, and I think it's time I give it some love. Alrighty, that is it for this Shop My Stash. I think I have a good assortment of products here, and if you're interested, you can check out my whole Shop My Stash playlist, and thank you for watching.